Good morning on this chilly fall morning. I look like the great pumpkin on Halloween, but that's okay. It's Halloween. I'll smile like a jack-o'-lantern. Anyway, this morning I had a couple different topics I wanted to talk about. So I played Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, and this is what you're stuck with. Keto, what it's not. I go through and I watch quite a few videos on YouTube. Um, about keto, and I hear people talk about it when they ask, "Oh, Kandu, you're looking good. What are you doing?" And I tell them, "Oh, I heard blah." So anyway, so in this video, I want to debunk some of the prejudices that seems to be um, associated with keto. First, let me tell you, do not take keto advice or opinions from someone who's not trying it. That's seriously, it's like taking money advice from someone who's poor. Unless, of course, that advice is, ooh, this is how I got to be poor, so don't do it. But don't take how to get healthy advice from someone who's not getting healthy. Do not take the opinions of someone not doing keto. Don't take their opinions as gospel, because usually what they are not facts, but it's their fears. Okay, so I say that because yesterday I saw a video, and this person, she says, "This is why I don't do keto, and I will never do keto." And then she started talking about stuff. I'm like, I don't do that. I don't have that. What's she talking about? That's a part of it. So let me describe what it's not. Okay. So for anyone who's sitting there going, "Ooh, I'd like to try it because I'm hearing so much about it and people that are on it are feeling so good and I'd love to feel like that, but I heard." So let's discuss that. First of all, one thing keto is not is overly restrictive. That's the big one. That's the first thing I hear. "Ooh, I don't know. It's awful restrictive." In reality, yes, you have to give up your bad habits that have led you to obesity or diabetes or type 2 diabetes or depression or anxiety. These things are showing more and more through more and more studies to be more metabolic than anything else. As I've mentioned before, I beat depression, anxiety with it. Oh, that's sure. There. I beat it with keto, and I beat from severe depression to I love life and everything it has to offer in 6 months. So to me, my N=1 experiment is, if you're suffering from depression, give keto a try because it saved my life. Okay. So restrictive. Let's hit that one first. And I know I did it on another video that didn't have a mic. So a lot of the stuff I'm doing is repeats because now you can hear me. So restrictive. I eat full fat food. The only thing I eliminate out of my diet is sugar and the foods that turn to sugar. That's it. That's it. Yes, I eat vegetables. I eat above the ground, leafy green vegetables. I even eat, right now, I do okay with some broccoli, green beans. I eat my vegetables. I put onion in my food when I season it. I put garlic. I eat good vegetables. I do not do fruit because of the sugar. So really, what did I restrict out of my diet? The only thing I won't do are grains, so I don't eat bread. But really, you don't miss it once you get adapted, and we'll talk about that later. I don't do potatoes. I don't do sugar. Okay? 3 things. And now, because I don't do those 3 things, I also don't do depression. My pain has lessened considerably. Now, the other day, I hurt like I got run over by a Mack truck, but like I said, Monday, I really messed up my weekend and I made some bad choices and I paid the price, and the price was pain. So, you learn as you go. I don't do meds anymore because I don't need them. I don't do metformin to help my insulin my body be more sensitive to insulin because, well, my insulin levels are normal now. I don't do antidepressants, which are still, who knows what kind of long-term effects they're going to have. So if you need them, take them. If you don't, then don't. You know, life isn't about kumbaya all the time. That's not what depression is. Depression is not that feeling of lack of euphoria. It is that lack of will to live. So, but we're not going into depression now. We're just going into the restriction. It's not restrictive, folks. How can you be restrictive when you're sinking your teeth into a nice, juicy, thick, tender ribeye steak? How do you feel restricted? This person that said she won't go keto, she made the comment that people that are going keto, when they do stuff, they'll say, "Oh, I wish I could eat that." Well, you know something? It doesn't matter which diet you're on, which method, unless you're on the SAD diet and don't care. SAD meaning standard American diet, and you just flat don't care that you're 300 pounds, it's your blood pressure's through the roof, that you're taking diabetes medicine, and that you've got fatty liver, or you're depressed and you just can't function, and you don't care, then of course you're going to eat whatever's there. But at any method that says you need to restrict this, whatever, they're going to cut out, the first thing they're going to cut out is your candies, cakes, and pop, sugary pop. You might be able to have your diet pop. So what's the difference? What's the difference from restriction from Weight Watchers to keto? Except that I feel like we're less restrictive because I don't have to worry about how much butter I put in anything. I don't have to worry about if it's got cream cheese in it. I don't have to worry about everything that makes food taste rich and yummy. You get on keto. So I don't feel restricted. My weekend screw up was not because I felt restricted. It was because I wanted to see, I don't know. I can't identify the why I messed up on the weekend, but I can definitely identify the results of it. I was hacked off, ticked off, and I hurt. Why would I? So, N equals 1, you know what they say, you're your own experiment. Now I know. That cereal doesn't even taste good anymore. Mashed potatoes, who needs them? So I'm not restricted. Another thing keto is not is, yes, they refer to as low carb, high fat. I, however, because I'm cute like that, I like to refer to it as low carb, healthy fat. We don't sit around and just gnaw on a chunk of butter and call that a meal. Not everybody in keto adds fat to their coffee. Some people do. Once in a while, I do. I like a bulletproof coffee once in a while. I don't do it all the time. We don't sit with a tub of lard and a spoon and just eat. We eat real food. Let me clear that. Real food. Real bacon. Real eggs. Not partial eggs. The whole egg. We don't just eat the egg white. We eat the yolks and everything. And I saw one doctor, who talks about grinding the shell up and putting in a pill and taking a pill because of the collagen and stuff that's in the shell. I'm not there. The shell can go in my garden or my trash can. I'm not there. Another thing keto is not It's not a fad diet. And you hear that a lot. Oh, it's a fad. It's all the new rage. It is really not a fad diet. It's been around for a very long time. The term, the name on it is fairly new. They've been using this way of eating for over 100 years to help with neurological issues. Children with seizures, they found this helps. We are suffering from neurological issues like you wouldn't believe. If you don't believe it, then sit and listen to some of the political debates. Oh my God, really? That's all I got to say about politics. But anyway, um, so it's really not a fad diet. They just attached a name to it. It used to be called Atkins. It used to be, I mean, and it's still, we tweaked Atkins a little bit. Dr. Westman did in the new Atkins diet revolution. On Atkins for 2 weeks, you ate no vegetables, nothing, only meat, cheese, eggs. We don't go there unless you want to call that the carnivorous method. But you can do this if you're vegan. You can do this if you're carnivore. You can do this. There are so many different ways of making the ketogenic diet your own. That's another reason why it's not very restrictive. It's just not that restrictive. I can find food to eat anywhere I go. Anywhere. It's not that restrictive. And it's hard to get that in the minds of people that won't give this a try. I just don't know what to fix for you. It's not that hard. Make dinner. I'll eat. Yes, if you're going to make mashed potatoes or chicken and noodles over mashed potatoes, no, that's not the best thing for me. And I'll probably skip dinner. I'll just put that part of my fasting period. No big deal. But if you were having meat and potatoes and vegetables, I'll eat the meat and the vegetables. I don't have to have everything that's on the plate. Thanksgiving's coming. I'll eat turkey, I'll eat ham, I'll eat green bean casserole. And if I'm in the mood, I might make a keto-fied dessert. If I'm not in the mood, who cares? I won't do it. It's so free. It's so liberating. It is so not restrictive. Okay? And it's not a fad. It's been around forever. As a matter of fact, when you look at it, it takes us back to the original way of eating. One of the things we do on keto is we try to avoid the fancier boxed foods because there's so much crap added to them that they're not healthy. They're not real food anymore. They've been so churned and processed and preserved and sugared and salted and just everything to give them shelf life. I don't need shelf life. I've got real life. I don't need that. So I don't buy hamburger helper anymore. I make my hamburger into a patty. I might make some vegetables go with it, some broccoli or something if I'm in the mood. If I'm not, I don't. I'll put cheese on my burger. I'll take a hamburger patty, fry up some bacon strips, put cheese over that, melt that cheese over that. Who calls that diet food? I do. It's not that, it's really not that weird of a way of eating. Another thing this lady said is it's not sustainable. And she won't do it, and she won't encourage anybody to do it because it's not sustainable. Look at how many times people go on and off of diets if someone sticks on a way of eating for a year, people are bowing down to them. Oh, that's a good one. They stuck with it for a year. Look at your videos. There are people doing this for 10, 15, 20 years. Go keto with Casey. She's been doing it for 5. It really is very sustainable because we're eating real food and we're eating delicious food. You know, I don't, you don't miss it. It's like saying quit smoking is not sustainable, so don't try to quit smoking. And I constantly compare this to smoking and quit smoking because to me, it's the same addiction. Okay. I've been doing it for 6 months now. So, with no intentions, no looking to fall off of it. I've made my bad choices throughout because am human. I learned, and now I've got good comparative things. Since now I have been on it too long enough to feel good. When I do make a bad decision, I feel it. And I feel it in a very, very real and very harsh way. So it's easy. It is easy. It's very simple. First week or so sucks. I'm just not even going to lie. But do not let that fear stop you. That fear of that 1 week stop you from a lifetime of feeling great. And there are ways around that sucks time. You can add salt to your food. Add a little more salt. Be amazed how much that eases the keto flu because what goes on is you're losing a lot of salts. You're losing electrolytes because you will notice you pee all of the time because your body is getting rid of all those toxins and all that extra water and fluid that's stored up that's doing you no good. Your body's kicking that out. It says, okay, we're getting healthy. You're getting out of here. So yeah, you're going to lose a lot of the salts and electrolytes that you need in the process of losing the ones you don't. So add them back in and boom, keto flu, be gone. So another thing keto is not. Now, if I haven't lost you at this point, I'm going to shock you at this one. What the ketogenic is not is a weight loss program. What? Seriously, let me say it again. What the ketogenic is not is it is not a weight loss program. What it is a healthy way of eating, a whole new lifestyle, a whole new vision on food. And when you are eating healthy, the unhealthy weight will come off. So if you're judging your success only by the scales, then you're totally missing the full advantage of the ketogenic diet. When people ask me how much I lost, I can tell them I've lost 37 pounds. Well, how long did it take you? It's taken a while. It's taken me 6 months to lose 37 pounds. But I feel so much better that the weight loss it's just bonus. And I've said this to a friend, even if I don't lose another pound, which I know I will because I've got it to lose, but even if I don't lose another pound, I have gained so much in how I feel. So much energy, so much love of life, so much joy and happiness, and just overall feeling good that I really have no desire to go back to the way I was eating before. And when I do slip, I feel it. The weight will come off at a natural, normal rate for your body. Some people can lose 30 pounds in 30 days. So they say, I'd have to see it to believe it. Some people talk about losing 100 pounds in 6 months. So they say, I'd have to see it to believe it. Some people, the weight loss is a little slower. I'm over 50. I'm 53. I am postmenopausal. I had a hysterectomy when I was 48. No, it wasn't 48. Anyway, no, it was 40. It was 2009 when I had a hysterectomy. Anyway, who cares? I don't do math. I don't do math. Anyway, it was 2009. I had a full hysterectomy. So I've been postmenopausal since 2009. So, my body's slowing down and I had a lot of weight to lose. I had metabolic syndrome for a very long time. Some of the symptoms and signs, some of the signs, not really symptoms, some of the signs like skin tags, like um, depression, just different things that says you're obesity. Some of the things that point at metabolic syndrome, I've had it probably since I was a child. I just have a healthy pancreas to keep the blood sugars where they're supposed to be, but my insulin levels would be high to keep them there. So, you know, little things like that play into how fast you're going to lose your weight, but doesn't play into how fast you start feeling better. I started feeling better very soon after I started, about that second week. I started feeling better. When I started losing the swelling out of my feet and legs, I started realizing, wow, this is working. And then I had a headachy, the keto flu. Didn't realize at that time that I could have added salt, made it better. So I just kind of suffered through, took some aspirin and some Aleve and water and just plowed through it. Um, but, and it only lasted a few days out of a week. Sometimes you feel icky for about 2 weeks, but not any longer than that, usually. If you are trying it and you do hurt and you do feel bad, look at the oils you're eating. That has a lot to do with it, but that's another video. So what it is not restrictive. It is not depriving. I don't feel deprived of it. How can you? How can you when you're eating juicy, full burgers, just no bun? How can you feel deprived when you're eating chicken thighs with the skin on? How can you feel deprived when you're eating? You feel like you're being naughty, really, because all the American health diet, all the sad stuff says avoid these foods, and you're chowing down on them and you're enjoying every bite of it. You don't feel deprived. So big deal. You don't have the cupcakes, cookies, and pies. You don't have those on any program you're on. If you're real, if you're truthful about it, every weight loss program has restrictions, or it's not the weight loss program. Okay, then they're just out for your money. Pay me and eat whatever you want. No, it doesn't work that way. So, kind of hit on some of the things it's not. So, if you're sitting on the fence and you're thinking, I want to try it, but I'm kind of afraid to, or somebody else is, watch this video, share this video, subscribe to this channel. Really, it's not very well represented out in the public by what it really truly is. It does not cause heart disease. There's all kinds of studies being done about that. My blood lipids, when I had tested last month, are better than they have ever been. It is not going to cause heart disease when you're eating good, healthy fats. It will cause heart disease when you're eating those McDonald's French fries fried in omega-6 fats. It's not going to cause heart disease to eat the fat off a ribeye. It will cause heart disease to eat the baked potato with it, or could cause heart disease. Some people are more prone to others. Anyway, so, look at it and look at it in truth, not through the eyes of a prejudices for whatever reason, whether it's fear-based or whether it is just lack of information. Don't let the fear of someone not doing it affect your decision as to whether you will or not. Anyway, I'm speaking of fear. I've got a dentist appointment this morning, and that scares the bejeebies out of me. So I better get off of here and get things cracking so I can go do that and get that out of the way. Thank goodness it's in the morning, so I don't have to worry about it all day. Fear is a monster. It really is. So, anyway, love you. Have a great day. And remember, get your information from people that are doing it, people that are experiencing it. Don't get your information from people that have something to lose if you don't. You know, the doctors and I mean, I'm not going to say doctors because some doctors are jumping on board. I've got a whole list of them. But you know, don't get your information from the food pyramid. Remember, pyramids are made for dead people. Dead people go into pyramids. So take that food pyramid and throw it out the window. It will kill you because that's its purpose, is to entomb you. Whether it was conscious decision or not, but pyramids are made for dead people. Avoid the pyramid. Avoid it. See how much better you feel. Turn it upside down. Put the fats and proteins on the bottom, and then throw away the tip that has the carbohydrates. Just throw that away and do everything else in there. You will love yourself for it. You will. So anyway, love you. Have a great day, and I will pop in tomorrow. Bye-bye.